There is a question that God asks me, who told me that I don't speak right. In essence, what voice am I listening to? Growing up, I never really quite felt like I fit in anywhere necessarily. I found myself questioning a lot if the people who I considered my friends were actually my friends, if the group that I was a part of was actually accepting of me. Don't really know why. I never really quite felt like I fit into certain spaces. And one day in middle school, in my perspective, I was pretty much proven right. I was always pretty scared of speaking up front or just speaking in general. I didn't feel like I had quite the vocabulary that I should have, maybe from different comments and things that people would say around me. And one day in middle school, a teacher actually told me, "We got to work on your vocabulary because you don't speak right." And that took me on a journey of discovering, why can't I talk well? What am I saying that people don't understand? So along the years, I found myself wondering if I actually do speak correctly, or wondering if what I'm saying is actually being understood. Going around my life, one thing I've learned is what God has said about me. This has pretty much turned into a weird mental battle. I found myself really much asking, do I speak right? Do I sound correctly? Or maybe I just shouldn't speak at all, which, has turned into an excuse of, oh, it's okay, I don't speak much because I'm introverted. After getting to know Jesus a little better and knowing what God says about me in the Bible, I realized that there is a question that God asks me. And it's the same question that God asks Adam and Eve when they hid from him. And he says, "Who told you you were naked?" And that's the question that I've constantly asked myself now. Who told me this or that? Who told me that I don't speak right? In essence, what voice am I listening to? When I do get those weird, nasty voices in my mind of self-doubt, which have turned to more than just, do I speak right? It's been a lot of fear of even self-confidence, but it's whose voice am I listening to? For anybody who is battling with some type of self-doubt, self-consciousness, fear of any sort, remember this question: whose voice are you listening to? In the Bible, it says over and over again, we are reminded of who we are, how we were made by God. Everything that was created by God was created by His Word, by His voice. But also, an awesome point is that when He created us, when He created you and me, He got down on His knees and worked and made us and molded us with His hands. A lot of the things that He created was from the dirt. He said, let us make the animals, they came from the dirt. The trees, He called them out from the dirt. And you might think that we come from dirt and go back to dirt, and that's true, but that's just our body. What we are made of is spirit. And it's important to remember that God is spirit. And if we are made in the image of God, and He says, let us make man in our image, in our likeness, it's all of that. We are very much so spirit. My name is Jo Amaya, and this is my story.
I'm Pastor Tara Van Cross, and we're so glad that you've tuned into our Azure Hills Church YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe, and click on the bell so that you'll be notified every time we share new videos. We are so glad that you're here. Until next time, please know that we're praying for you as you continue to be a voice of hope.